Peace, love, and light. Quick disclaimer, my content is for educational purposes only. I praise my content, inform me of any mistakes or oversights you may find. None of us have lived long enough to know all that transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to learn all there is to learn. Welcome back to the channel. Hey man, anybody man that may be going through a rough time, a hard patch in life, or they just struggling with some issues, man. This video is just a little encouragement for those that find themselves in that type of situation, man. Always remember that you never lose or you never suffer defeat until you give up, unless you give up. So, if things ain't as, may not be moving as fast as you're prone to things moving or the way you want them to go, just stay focused, man. Buckle down, and don't let your ego, which is the child within you that's used to having its own way, that's used to getting things, you know, uh, you know, instant gratification. They want it last week. That's what I used to say. I want it last week, and if I can't get it, goddamn it, I don't want it no more. You can't always make things happen. Sometimes you got to allow life to unfold. Hard lessons I had to learn. Just as long as you're doing all that's within your capabilities and power to do, get a rest up, man. Give it up, man. Those of us that understand to understand. Give it to your ancestors. How can they be dead when the true essence of them is infinite? Just like the true essence of you is infinite. It ain't about what you see in the mirror. It's about what's behind what you see in the mirror. You gotta tap into that. And everything I say to y'all on these videos, man, is therapeutic for me as well. It also applies to me. I'm not, beyond no reproach, or ain't none of us immune to the trials and tribulations of life. But at the end of the day, who are you when things ain't all good? Are you the same individual that you are when things is all good? That's something for you to answer. I know who I am. I know how I carry it. Whether it's all good or it's all bad. You'll never know unless I decide to inform you. But once I tapped into my ancestors, man, there ain't no need for me to give up none of that type of rap to nobody that's walking around like me. 9 times out of 10, you're just giving somebody something else to talk about. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But back to the subject, man. Obstacles in life. No, I believe it's E.T. Shout out to E.T. I believe it was either him. No, it was Denzel. But shout out to E.T. anyway. I get a lot of inspiration from the things he put out on social media. You know what I mean? Very positive dude. Inspiring story. He came from nothing and he built it. And this is exactly what I'm talking about right now. Ain't no elevator rides to the top. I don't know nobody, myself included, for things that I've achieved in my own personal life that have gotten to a level of success without going through any adversity. He says, the saying goes as follows: failure, success. What it says, ease, something to the effect. I'm gonna paraphrase it because I can't remember it and I don't want to misquote the brother. basically goes to say that, ease is an enemy, more of an enemy to success than failure. Because if you've gotten everything easy all your life, you're not going to know how to handle failure. Nowhere near the way a person that has experienced failure, when he encounters it again, because he's been through it already, so he knows he's better equipped to deal with it on the second go around, or however many times around it take for an individual to get it right. But if you've never experienced defeat, not defeat, but failure. But if you've never experienced failure, then it ain't no telling what you'll do to maintain your untarnished record amongst your peers and those that's on looking. I done seen a lot of situations play out in, men and women. And this ain't to point no fingers at nobody, but at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of situations play out with individuals that are used to either, being right in the aspect of maintaining a certain perspective. This individual always has this thing together, or she always does this, and you don't have to worry. Okay, what about when you falter? We all human, man. Anybody walking around here like they shit don't stink, man, come on, let it go. Stop. You feel me? Just stop, man. But I only bring that up because I've seen personally, and in the past, I've even been that individual. Whereas though it's like, man, huh? Well, I don't care who I gotta make look bad or make be wrong. I'm not wrong. It's me. You feel me? So it's a whole thing as it relates to that. And I've learned enough, from my mistakes and my past, not to fall into that. So the thing is, man, like I said, man, anything worthwhile is not going to be easy. It's not just going to be handed to you. Napoleon Hill, blessed the dead. If you're not familiar with who he is, you might want to read a book of his. He has several. Think and Grow Rich. It's all about the power of the mind. Anyway, everything has a price to be paid, even your own success. He's the old white dude that was talking at the beginning of Masterminds, the song, Rick Ross. Shout out to Ross. Now here it goes something like this. Now here are a few interesting things about the Mastermind, and he goes into his little spiel. That quote that he says at the beginning of that song, I actually got it laminated. It's so heavy. But the whole thing in a nutshell for this video, man, is just, don't give up on yourself, man. Don't give up on your dreams. I don't give a fuck who got something slick to say. They not you. They ain't supposed to see what you see. They ain't cut like you. And especially if they ain't got nothing positive to say, if you were inclined to share anything with them on that level, if they ain't got nothing positive to say, man, the hell with them. And don't lose no sleep or let it live rent free in your mind. Everybody ain't supposed to see what you see, because you're the only you. And everybody damn sure ain't supposed to go where you going. Build up that inner strength. Build up a callus on your soul. To where as though, they used to say that in the Key program, man, you got to grow a callus on your gut, meaning you got to grow thick skin to be able to take things and be able to process those emotions without falling apart. You know, as it relates to that, man, it's all about, training your mind, building up a mental toughness, you know, and it's easier said than done. But, if you have yet to do that, not to say that you won't see success, but it'll be a lot of things that can cause you to falter if you have yet to build up that mental toughness. Then you gotta also recognize those in your circle too, man. Yes, men are more of a detriment to you than somebody that's gonna stay in your ass whenever you fucking up. That's gonna tell you what you need to hear and what you need to know, as opposed to yeah, boss, you right, boss. Dick eating and all that old sucker shit. That ain't what it's about. It just ain't. And with that being said, man, just hold on, man. Anybody that's going through a tough time, a rough situation, or you really can't see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, man, don't let that stop you, man. Do not let that stop you, man. You don't want to have regrets to look back on at a time in your life when you realize you have no more time to correct it or to get it right, because you was a coward on one level or another and allowed the fears of not knowing what's on the other side of that decision that you could have made, but you were scared, or you allowed your peers to say, oh man, that ain't going, man, fuck all of that. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody else gonna feel the emotion that you could possibly feel if you fall into what I'm trying to warn against. When you in hospice, or you somewhere alone and can't nobody save you, and all that unseen shit that you think is bullshit, you get to seeing it, the veil gets lifted, and you know that your time here on this earth is over as it relates to this incarnate, this rental car you in at the time. It'll be too late then, bruh, sis. So don't wait till, the show is over. Put your hard hat on, lace your boots up, tuck your hammer, extra clips, your knife, all that. And go to war against anything and anybody, including your own mind, that's trying to deter you from what you know within yourself is the direction you need to be going in. And don't forget, man, elevation requires separation, man. You got it's just like with the police, man. This is why I move the way I move. The police don't stop nothing. The police come after some shit that already happened. So if you ain't doing preventative maintenance on your survival skills, understand something. They're doing a job. They want to go home. So they just gonna scrape you up, or call a wagon, let them come scrape you up, and they going on with their shift so they can go home to their loved ones. So translate that into, the people that surround you, your peers, your associates, your family members even. You can't depend on none of them, especially if they ain't already showing you via action that they in your corner and that they for you and that they support you, that they want to see you succeed. They give you the encouragement. They speak life into you. See, when people don't do that shit, just like when you're talking to somebody, silence, silence is loud if you really listening. You know, I'm one of the type. I don't just listen to what you say. I listen to what you don't say, cause all that's talking. It's a response. No response is a response. You know, so and that's another thing too, man. In order for you to really go into your life's purpose or the road that you're meant to travel in this incarnate, you gotta develop the ability to emotionally disconnect. That's one of the universal laws. The universal law of detachment. You got to learn how to detach from your emotions, man. You know, and deal with things logically, practically. Then there are times where you got to leave the practicalities alone and go with the unseen shit if you know about it. You know, because everybody ain't there. You know that conscious and all that stuff, man. It's real cliche to say, but if you ain't been through nothing and you ain't walked into your fears head on and confronted them, it's just words, man. You know, so it all starts with you. Just like with me, it all starts with me. You know, I can't point the finger at nobody for where my life is at right now, because I'm the sole author of it. The decisions I chose to make with my free will, just like any of y'all. So like I say, man, I ain't just getting on here to make videos, man. My purpose and even starting this channel, man, is to try to bring, add value to somebody else's life. Maybe because I've been through a whole boatload of shit, maybe some of my experiences and the lessons I've learned in going through those experiences can assist somebody else, can give somebody else a different set of lenses to view a situation they may be going through. You know, that's what's up. You know. So yeah, man. Hopefully this short video resonated with somebody, man, and it was able to give somebody, some light, in a room of darkness that they find themselves in at the time. And not to say that the darkness is all bad, because you got to walk through your darkness to get to your own light. You got to embrace all aspects of yourself, the darkness as well as the light, and then balance it out. Through trial and error and experiences, you'll learn, if you focusing in on it, how to balance your energies out. They call it hemisync. The government calls it hemisync. It's balancing out the left and right hemisphere of the brain. But looking at it in an energy format, it's you balancing out the higher self with the lower self. You got to know when to let one loose, and you got to know when to lock his ass down. That comes through experience, man, the wisdom. So yeah, man, hopefully, I was able to, shed some light on that topic for somebody, man, and somebody was able to derive some benefit from it, man. Y'all be easy. It's early morning. It's an early day tomorrow, so out. Y'all be easy. Peace.